Hello guys, this is my first C++, actually my second C++ tutorial, and I'll be showing you guys how to make a tic-tac-toe game in CPP. Okay, don't mind the Uno game thing. Okay, it's a tic-tac-toe game. Okay, I know it's an Uno game in title, but it really is a tic-tac-toe game. I changed it. Okay, so my friends, I know the first thing that probably comes into your mind, mostly for like the people who have less experience, is that the first thing that look into this entire code, they will think that, oh my god, this is so complicated. What am I gonna do? Okay, and the second they see all this code, the second they're gonna do is probably leave, right? Well, don't worry. Okay, I will explain this step by step to you guys. Okay, and honestly, the code is like more simple than you think. It probably has most of the things that you probably practiced and studied. Okay, so don't freak out by how gigantic the video is. Okay, and don't leave immediately. Please stick to the video to the end, and I'll explain you guys step by step slowly to the end. And really, it's not that complicated. Like literally, everything is all in the main function. Like there's no other functions. There's no classes or objects. It's all in one function. Okay. Sorry, yeah, one function. So don't freak out by how big it is, okay? And I will explain to you step by step, okay? And who knows, you might be regret what you think or what you're thinking and you realize that, oh, this code is actually more simple than I thought. All right? So yeah, but obviously I'm not gonna jump into explain the code. First things first, I'm going to actually explain the code to you guys, okay? So let's run the code real quick. Okay, so obviously as you can see here, this is our tic-tac-toe board, okay? And has 9 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay? It has 9 squares. Okay? And it's good. And usually I know that when you play tic-tac-toe with a friend or a neighbor or anyone with a pen and a paper, you can literally click on any square you want, right? You can literally just draw on any square on an X or an O on square, right? But unfortunately, I'm not sure if it's like with the software, specifically with the software I'm using. And I don't know if it's just the software I'm using, but the software I'm using is Visual Studio, as you probably know. And obviously, you cannot like click like where you want to put X or O in these boxes, okay? So in that case, I wrote a code where you have to ask the code which square you want it to be, okay? Like which square you want to put X or O in. So just know that, just look at my cursor, that this square right here is square 1, this square right here is square 2, this square right here is square 3, this square right here is square 4, this square right here is square 5, square 6, square 7, square 8, and square 9. Okay? Okay? And suppose that, let's say the X player goes first, okay? The X player. Okay, and the X player wants to pick like what square he wants to start first. So suppose that the X person wants to put his X in this box. This is the 9th square, right? So in that case, he's gonna click number 9 and then enter. Okay, and then since he's the X guy, he's gonna enter 1 for X or 2. Which one is gonna answer, guys? Obviously 1, since X is for 1. Okay, and watch what happens. So look, watch what happens. The X went into the 9th square just like we told the code to. And now it's going to be the O player's turn. And let's say the O person wants his O in this fourth box, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. So the O guy or O person is going to click the 4 and enter. And it's going to enter 1 for X or 2 for O. So obviously, since this guy is O, he's gonna click 2. And voila, look. The O got in the 4th box and it's O. So that. Now it's the X player's turn. Okay? So obviously, let's say the X player wants to put his X on the 3rd box, okay? On the 3rd box. So he's going to click 3. 3 for the third box. And then obviously since it's X, he's gonna put 1. And look, now there's X on top. And now it's the O person's turn. So let's see the O guy. I'm gonna call it the O guy. He wants to put his O in the middle. So that's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth square. So he's going to enter 5. And since he's the O person, he's going to enter 2. And look. And now it's the X person's turn. And let's say the X guy wants to put it in this box. So this is the 6th box, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 box. So he's going to enter 6. And since it's the X person, he's going to click 1. And watch what happens, okay? So you got X here, X here, X here. If you don't know how to play tic-tac-toe, the goal is to get 3 in a row, okay? So the S guy, you got 3 in a row. And that's what I said. Player 1 has won. And the code has executed, okay? The code has finished. Because the X guy won. Won just like that. Alright? Alright? So now you understand how my code basically works. And one more thing I want to show you guys. And obviously, you guys know that in tic-tac-toe, there's only 9 squares, right? Okay, so if you click enter any number that's greater than 9, such as let's say 10, watch what happens. Pick a square only from 1 to 9, please. And even if I enter something so low like -2, it's still gonna ask me pick a square from 1 to 9, please. Okay, so it would only work if you enter a number from 1 to 9. And just like with the O, enter 1 for O or 2 for O. So if I enter anything higher than 2, like 4, it's gonna enter 1 or 2 only. And obviously can't put 0 since enter 1 or 2 only. Okay? See, it only accepts 1 or 2 when you're choosing for X and O, okay? So I'll also be showing you guys how to do that into your code. Alright? But now let's stop with the diddle daddle and let's get into the code. Okay? So what you want to do first, when you make a brand new page. Oh, and by the way, guys, just one more thing. Obviously, I'm not a math person. I'm not gonna make you guys write down this entire code all on your own. Okay, I'm not that math person. I will maybe put it like a PDF or something linked into the description or something, maybe into the comments. So, and then you guys can like download it, okay? And like you guys can take a look at it, maybe download it, and do that, okay? It's not gonna be a virus, okay? Okay. So yeah. So now let's actually start the diddle daddle and let's get into the code. Alright. So once you make a brand new file, okay, a brand new CPP file, the first thing you're gonna put is probably you're gonna put hashtag include IOStream and hashtag include string, okay? And obviously you also have to put the using namespace std, okay? And of course the int main function, okay? So after you've done all that, you're gonna be I want you guys to not focus on anything else. I don't focus on anything, okay? The only thing I want you guys to focus on is this part of the code. Only this part, not this part, my bad. I want you guys to only focus on this part of the code, okay? The string s1 all the way to the cout, okay? So what this part of the code is, as you can see, it says string s1 is equal to dash dash line, and if you realize that all the other strings are the same as that, okay? So what this whole code is basically, it's basically our board for our tic-tac-toe game, okay? This entire code is our board for the CPP code, okay? So let me show you guys real quick. Okay, so don't focus on this. I want you to focus on the board, like this board right here, okay? Focus on the board, right? So what did you realize? There's a dash, dash, and an L, just like here. In string s1, there's a dash, dash, L, and just like here, there's a dash, dash, L. And same thing is for square 2. this dash dash line dash dash line for number 3, and number 4 is dash dash line, and blah blah blah, so on and so forth. Okay, so all the squares are the same, right? So all the squares are the same. I want you to know that, and that's what all of them is for. Okay, and this code and this cout, S1, S2, S3, S square 3, S square 4, square 5, square 6, square 7, square 8, square 9, is to print out the board, as you can see. Okay, and this string PD, that I will explain later on in the video. Okay, that you guys will understand later on in the video. That's what I meant. Alright, so this int x, char xo, and this int x, okay? So let me run the code for 1 sec. Oops. Let me run the code for 1 sec. Alright, so as you can see, this integer x, okay? This integer x is this, which square, okay? And this char xo is our x or o string, okay? It's our x or string, and this int s is our 1 or 2 x, okay? So for this now we have a really gigantic while loop here. It's probably one of the biggest while loops I probably ever made. I made while loops bigger than this, but this is just one of the while loops it's one of the biggest while loops I ever made, starting to write CPP code. And it takes up a lot of space in the code. The only reason why this code is so big is because of this while loop. Yeah. Okay. So first things first, I'm asking the code, as you can see in the while loop. I'm asking the while loop, cout print which square, okay? And as you can see here, it prints here, which square, okay? Which is what it is. And then I'm going to ask the players to input x. Input x is the variable to insert the 1 to 9 square, okay? So as you can see, if I press 3. See, the 3 is the int x square, okay? Alright? So that's what it is. And in case, let's say that since there's only squares from 1 to 9, remember how I showed you guys when I tried to enter a number that was greater from 1 to 9 and less than 1? It didn't accept that and told me to pick a square from 1 to 9 only, please, just like here. Which is what this while loop is for, okay? So basically saying if x is greater than 9, or x is if x is less than 1, then print pick a square only from 1 to 9, please, okay? Because obviously there's not more than 1 to 9 squares. There's not even less than 1 squares, okay? So in case that happens, it's gonna ask you to input the x again, okay? Because obviously the code's not going to accept that. And otherwise else just break the code. Just break the code and go on, okay? So that's what this break statement is for, right? And then then the code asks us, where is it? Yeah, then the code asks us to enter 1 for x or 2 for o, okay? So just like, and it says exactly here, enter 1 for x or 2 for o, okay? So let's suppose, right, just like I showed you guys. So let's enter a number that's greater than 3. Greater than 2, so maybe like a number like 7. Obviously, it's not going to accept that, since it only wants 1 or 2. 2, okay? And that's what this while loop is for. If s is less than 1 or s is greater than 1, could enter 1 or 2 only, since it only wants 1 or 2. And then again input the s, okay? And And since it is an infinite while loop, it won't stop until it gets what it wants, okay? And otherwise, if everything's all good, else it will just break the code and move on, okay? Then we have this if s is equivalent to 1, then xo is equal to x. But else if s is equal to 2, then xo is equal to o, okay? Okay, and that's what this is for. This is a char variable. There's one xo, and that's what it's for, okay? And now, moving on to this. I know this is a big chunk of code, okay, but it's much more simpler than you think, okay? So, here we have that in case that the x variable is equivalent to 1, then s1 square 1 equals to s1 point sub 011 plus xo plus s square 1 plus substar 2, 3, okay? So basically what this is, let me show you guys. So enter 1 or 2 only, maybe 2. Okay, look at this code very carefully, okay? Look, see this board over there, and see this board right here, okay? See, the O is here. See, we put it in this, okay? Look at the difference between the third square here and the third square here. Obviously, as you know, there's an O here and there's an O here, not here, okay? But remember how there's a small little dash here? But now the O has become the dash, okay? The O has took away that second dash places, okay? So what's basically happening here is that this S1 is a substr 1. What's basically doing? It is taking this dash of the code. This dash of the code, okay? And then it's putting a O here. It's putting a O or X here, and then it's leaving the code. That's what it is. So this part of the code, okay? It leaves this part of the code here, but it gets rid of this dash here. It gets rid of this dash here and puts an X or an O, and then leaves the rest of the part of the code. And that's how you get a brand new board with an X, with another X or another O, just like that. And the substr 1, so what it basically means that for every one character, just move 1, and then put the xo, and for every 2/3, as you can see, one square is three characters, right? And since it's three characters, it's taking all the 3 characters and only putting and only wants to two of the characters, so it's 1, 2, 1, 2, and in between the O goes here, okay? Obviously, I don't think I might have explained this concept clearly, this substr, but trust me, there are many concepts and tutorials on this. So if I don't explain this well to you guys, you can watch many tutorials on other tutorials on YouTube and stuff, okay? Then you might understand what I'm trying to talk about, the substr. Yeah, the substr function for the strings is very helpful. It's a very helpful function, especially with the strings, okay? I just want to tell you guys that. And then, of course, basically the same thing goes on for each square. So S1 is substr 1, S2 is equal to substr 2, if X is equal to, and blah, blah, blah. Okay? We have to, since there are, in fact, 9 squares, we obviously have to do it for all the 9 squares. That's why it says S1, X1, all the way down to X9. Okay? And now, obviously, we have to print out our next board. Okay? Oh, my bad. Yeah. So out, obviously, this is our last board, but now we have a new board. So that's what this printout code is for. Okay? We have to print out a new board so we can show the players what is a new board like. Okay? And obviously, just see how it's prints out next player, since it's obviously, after that, it's obviously going to be the next player's turn. Okay? Alright, moving on. Now, I think we're on the last part of the code. See, we're on the last part of the whole code. It's just all these else and if statements. See what I told you guys? It wasn't that long, was it? I told you guys, it's not that long. You gotta trust me. I'm just making jokes. Alright, let's move on. So this if so S1 is equal to P, and S2 is equal to P, and S3 is equal to P, then print player 1 has 1, and then break the loop. So what basically, look at this comment I made here. So I basically said that P is equal to dash X line, and D is equal to dash OL. Okay? If you remember the previous parts, it's actually right here. See? P is equal to X, dash XL, D is equal to dash XL. Okay? So basically the P is specifically for the X pair, since obviously all of this code, let me show you guys. All of this code is for the X pair, and all of this D code is for the O player. Okay? So just so that you guys understand. Alright, moving on. Okay. So as you can see, if you said if X is equal to P, and if S2 is equal to P, and S3 is equal to P, then include 1, pair 1 has it, and break the loop. Let me get my MS Paint out so I can represent this to you guys. My MS Paint, where's my MS Paint? Oh, there it is. Okay. So, I'm just go get this pencil. So let me make a quick tic-tac-toe board just like that. Okay. So if S1 is equal to P, so S1, so square 1 has X, okay? And then S2, which is this, so S2 has P. So if S2 is P, and if S3 is P, see, then it's this, okay? And did you guys realize something? All of these X's are in 3 in a row. And that's why I said player 1 has 1, and then break the whole loop and execute the code. Okay? And same thing right here. Else if S is else if S1 is equal to P, okay, so if S1 is equal to P, and then S4 is equal to P, yeah, so this is the fourth square, and if S7, so this the bottom square is S7 is equal to P, then that is 3 in a row, and so player 1 has 1. So basically, this whole code, so basically all this code here is for the winning code, okay? And of course we have all the combinations here, okay? S7, S7, we have all the combinations of winning a tic-tac-toe game, okay? Look, if I show you guys, we'll look here on my MS Paint. Here, look at how many ways there are to win. There's 1 way to win. There's 1 way to win. There's 2 way to win. There's 3 way to win. This is 4 way to win. Wait, hold on, I think that looks complicated. Okay, let me just get my. Okay, look. Let me change it to red. Look, there is 1 way to win. This is 2 way to win. This is 3 way. So this is 3 way to win. This is 4 way to win. This is diagonally. This is 1 way to win. 4 way to win. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 ways to win a tic-tac-toe game, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How is it only 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, 7, 8. Okay, so there's 8 ways to win a tic-tac-toe game. Okay, there's 8 ways to win a tic-tac-toe. Why is it asking me to save? For God's sake. Okay, so as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 way. There are 8 ways to win a tic-tac-toe game, and this is all for the X player. Okay. And this is for the O player, okay? All this is for the O player. All this D's is for the O player, okay? And as you can see, there's 8 ways for the O player to win. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 and 8 ways to win, okay? And as you can see, remember how I won in the code with the X's in 3 in a row? Yep. So that was the final code. Good. Okay. So I hope you guys understand what we learned today. And yeah, our video has ended. So I hope you guys learned a fun way to use your coding skills to make a tic-tac-toe game. And so I hope you play this game with your friends and family or anyone who you know. And yeah, so please, and I hope I see you in the next video, which I will. All right, bye.